the channel. Supreme gratitude for your love and support to the channel. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. Let's get this prayer and dive right in. Capricorn. Alright, you can have Capricorn in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. We are going to dive into your weekly energy reading this week. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay? I wanted to see something. That's a lot of light. That's a little light. Okay. I got the windows open, but I was wondering. Okay. This full moon in Aquarius energy, let me know how, what it is that you've been feeling lately. Okay? Let me know what it is that you've been feeling lately. Full moon in Aquarius is just past. Me, I've been in renewing stage. Renewing, rebuilding. If you can see, the camera is now on this side. I changed my entire room around. All of my desks. I have two, well, not my room. The office around. I have 2 desks in my office, right? One for tarot and then one for the business, okay, and for work. And so this is my first time in over a year moving, like a year and a half, moving these desks around, and it looks good. I'm actually proud of what it became, right? Changed everything else around, made things look a little bit different. I'm waiting on my certificate frames to come today. All of my certificates are being hung up, the ones that have to be hung up, and even the other ones. So I'm putting my certificates in my office, and just like really renewing my space. Like, I feel renewed. Like, how do you feel, Capricorn? You have the Emperor here, and you have the 6 of Swords, all right? So, Capricorn, you could be an Emperor energy, all right? You could be dealing with a fire sign, okay? A fire sign that's an authoritative figure, all right? Someone that people look up to, right? With a prominent job, like a judge, a lawyer, you know, something like that, high-ranking police officer, or, you know, they just, whatever they do, people look up to them, right? They handle things, they make things happen, right? This could be, you know, a parent or something as well. But there's some type of movement. So you could be traveling with them, okay? Or they're physically moving. Something is changing. Some type of movement in your life with someone is changing, or with you. This is something that you kind of anticipated, right? You were just waiting on it to happen here. You have choices to make, right? And you're kind of like not wanting to. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius with the star card here. You have choices, all right, that you have to make. And it could be choices in love. And maybe you're scared that you're going to make the wrong choice. You need to find strength and courage, right? You need to work on that. And you need to believe in yourself, right? Listen to your intuition. You need to listen to your intuition and do what needs to be done. In reference to something, find the strength and the courage to really make a decision, right? Towards something. 5 of Pentacles. So you're taking a loss here. You're taking a loss and it hurts. I feel like emotionally you're very sad. You're crying. Maybe you didn't see something as you should have. Maybe you were like, you know, moving extremely slow, being immature. You could have received a message from someone. It's the Page's messages. Or you're just watching someone. Like you weren't taking action as you should have. Someone here is suffering in silence. You should have went forth to offer some type of love, but you could have been emotionally immature or not offering them, you know, what you should have been offering. 2 of Cups. This is a soulmate. Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Like someone has to take action. Someone could have been asking you to take action. You had a choice and you're thinking in your head like, oh my God, I gotta take action here. Someone could be very resilient, holding on to you. With your options here, okay, so it's already multiple people here. So you already have multiple energies that you have to take action on. You got fire energy out here. You got air energy that has showed up, you know, as far as what it is that you're doing. You got the Page of Pentacles, the World, and the 2 of Swords, and the Fool card here. So it's like you want a new beginning, or someone wants something to go for. You want to have this conversation about moving forward, renewing something, or creating something that you know can be great. There's a cycle here that's coming to an ending. And maybe you felt as though you were going in a circle, or you felt as though you were trapped and you could not make a decision. 2 of Swords. I feel like the decision that you guys had to make when it comes to these options, do you see how she's protecting herself with her swords? Like, I gotta do what's right for me. But she's also blindfolded. I think you may be overthinking. There's mental confusion here when it comes to you and this decision or these options. Like, if you take the blindfold off and look at the situation for what it really, really is, I feel like the decision would be easier for you to make. Devil, there you go. You in the building. So there's some things about yourself, though. You got some toxic traits. You're depressed. Could have some type of addictions. So a piece of me feels as though you don't want to make a decision. This is some type of toxic trait that you really have to work on yourself. You really have to figure out what this is for you. And until you figure out what this is for you, what this means for you, until you do the work on yourself, you'll continue to hurt people. You have the High Priestess here with the Wheel of Fortune. So some of you guys could be dealing with a spiritual worker. That's what the High Priestess is. You know, someone that's very intelligent, spiritually in tune. That's spiritual work in one fashion or another. Wheel of Fortune here is like you're destined to be with this person. But you can ruin that if you're not making the proper decisions. Some of you guys want to be with this person, but you feel as though you haven't had the chance or the right opportunity to. Some of you guys are blocking your own self by trying to protect you. Some of you guys are sitting in your comfort zone or using some type of hurt that you've experienced in the past to be the crutch to not make a decision. Four of Cups. I feel like you're very bored right now. You're lost. You haven't made a decision. You have the Lover's card, Gemini's energy. So there's Gemini somewhere in this mix. Okay? Somebody has Gemini somewhere in their chart. Lovers, this is a divine connection. You could have a choice between two people that you really, really love, or multiple people. You know, you can love multiple people. You could have things going on like, you know, okay, I like this person for this, I like that person for that, I like that person for that, and I just don't know. There's some type of movement. Somebody could have moved away from you. Someone that's in Emperor energy, they could have moved away from you. Emperor could be male or female. They're just masculine energy. They could have moved away from you, but you anticipated that. You kind of like knew that they weren't going to sit around you. Especially when you coming up in the devil energy, you know what you're doing here. Walking away. 8 of Cups. Somebody walked away from you. This is why this is coming out. Somebody walked away from you. You already knew they were because you knew you weren't giving them what you're supposed to. And yet, this message keeps coming up for you, Capricorn. There you go. King of Swords. 8 of Swords. 8 of Wands. You know what them 8 seals? Chance. Chance. You're bored in the energy that you're in. You have King of Swords here. This could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but someone has just isolated themselves. You may be in your head feeling like, oh, they're pulling back and there's someone else. Nope, there's no one else. They're doing it themselves. They are deciding to isolate themselves from you because maybe it's no longer serving them purpose. But no, it's not because of anyone else. Not in this reading, it's not. They're deciding to do this themselves. They're deciding to take their energy away. 8 of Wands. There's some messages. There's some communication this week. You have the Death card at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. That's your energy. I feel as though some of you guys are ready for that ending so that you can start a new beginning. But you're worried that, you know, because you may have to carry the whole load. You're worried, you know, you're ending carrying the whole load. Something about what you got going on. Something is ending this week for some of you. And that communication is going to be what that's for. Empress, 6 of Cups. You and this person match each other energy. You're very protective over the connection. So once you decide to make that decision, because before you make this decision, you're in devil energy, okay? And once you decide to move forward here, you know, and try to fix this, then you're ascending, right? That's for you. This is what this full moon in Aquarius energy just met, right? You know, Aquarius and Capricorn share Saturn together, okay? And Capricorn, you guys are very slow on making decisions, very slow on moving forward, very slow on changing things up, right? And that's why you and the Aquarius, you guys align so much, because you would be the version to mellow the Aquarius out. Because there's no in between for an Aquarius. Either they're all the way turned up or they're chill, right? And you are their chill portion. And then going out into the world, that's their, you know, turned up portion, right? There's that balance. But depending on the North Node and the South Node placements, you know, if there's Capricorn and South Node, they have to really get out of that energy, because their North Node is in Cancer. They have to really get out of that energy. Page of Cups. So some of you guys are reaching out to someone to offer someone love, but it's a page. That could mean that you are younger than this person, okay? Or that could just mean that you're coming in with a small offer. This could be an offer. I mean, think about this offer. Because if it's a page offer, I hope you really thought about it. If you anticipated them walking away and moving away from this situation, then you pretty much know how they'll respond. Fool card. So they're gonna take a blind leap of faith. they're gonna either you're like, F it, YOLO, like I'm gonna, make this offer to them, or that when whatever this is that you're offering them, they're gonna take it. They're just gonna be like, F it, okay. I see that you're trying now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, star showing up again. This person is wish fulfillment. Ooh, you got the sun, baby. Just look at that. The sun, the King of Cups, the Lovers, the Six of Pentacles. This person makes you very happy. This person offered you a lot of love, a lot of emotion. You know that this is a divine connection, and this is someone that you want to build with. Knight of Swords. Yep, that's action being taken. You have the Moon and the Ace of Cups, okay? So someone could be in their head about this new beginning, okay? Someone may feel as though there's secrets that need to come out. You may expose a secret, okay, that's coming out. But whatever it is, it's working in your favor. Whatever this is that you have to speak about, like somebody's like really, really in their head. Somebody's like wanting to take action, but you're really, really in your head about taking this action. Four of Wands, stability, temperance, okay, Ashe. So I do see like you guys creating stability. You guys creating the path that it is that you want. Temperance here, right? You've had patience. They had patience with you while you were working on yourself. But this is like spirit. This is source coming in saying, okay, it's time to make it happen. Maybe because Capricorn, you guys are slow. Maybe this time you're realizing like this time is the real time here. If they walked away from you and you are blocked, guess what? You better get creative and figure out how to reach out to them. Queen of Pentacles. Like you've been focused on your money. You may have wanted this person to have patience with you while you, saved money to get things right. Trying to accomplish financial goals here. Page of Wands. Yeah, they're going to be happy. But again, Nine of Swords. Like, there's going to be a message this week that's going out. Someone's going to be extremely happy. Eight of Pentacles. Some of you guys have put in a lot of work with this situation. But you're tired of suffering inside, that you're tired of not saying what you need to say. A lot of work was put in this situation and you want to move forward. And there's the High Priestess. So somebody could be a spiritual worker. Someone could be into some type of spiritual work here. But there's going to be one of those, there's going to be an exciting message that's being given. Some of you guys could get a good message when it comes to your finances this week as well. There's the Judgment. Some of y'all are just going to be like, F it. I got to do what I got to do. F it. Is that it? Ten of Pentacles is here. Ashe. So you will triumph over this situation and things will, you know, turn around for you. All right, message for Capricorn. Let's see what messages are coming out in the black moon for Capricorn. I mean, lunar eclipse change. Yeah. 12th house escape. Void course moon missing. So you are evolving. You remember you went from the devil energy to the Empress energy. Okay. And the Empress just means, you know, the feminine aspect, the feminine traits, right? We all have masculine and feminine energy. And you're dealing with the masculine individual, okay? So there's growth, right? You know, moon phases. I feel like with this full moon in Aquarius that just came out, that just passed, like we you know, that is changing a lot of things in your life, right? It's time to, you know, flip the script and do what needs to be done. Your 12th house, you know, how you see things, you know, realizing that this is a situation you could have self-sabotaged yourself. You're being creative, okay? Focusing on your mind, your secret, all right? 12th house talks about your mind, your secrets, mysteries, okay? Creativity. It's like you're trying to escape these things, but you have to deal with them, you know, with the mental conflict showing up here as well. It's like you're trying to get out of this energy. I feel like you have the 7 of Cups here, so if you have choices, it's like something is trying to hold on to you. And you may feel as though it's holding on to you for love. It's not. Spirit, pay attention to the messages that you are receiving. Look, 3rd house messages. It's time for you to, you know, understand that something has come to an end in your life. It's time for you to release holds on things. So, okay, this is the easiest way that I can explain this. Why I'm getting your message, your last soulmate message. This is the easiest way that I can explain this to you guys. Here's the easiest message. The easiest way for me to explain this to you is this. Okay. Love is an ever-changing emotion, right? And when you're with somebody, it's already known that, you know, you're going to have your good times, you're going to have your bad times, right? You're going to have, you know, those moments where this person just loves you down and, you know, they don't want to leave. And then you're going to have times where you have someone and, you know, okay, so they love you down and everything is in place. It's beneficial. It's conducive with your higher purpose. You're building, you're growing, you're making things happen, right? And then you have times where people, they attach themselves to you. and they love you, or they don't want someone to be with you because they know the value, but they really don't put any work into the connection. They really don't push the connection to be what it needs to be. They really don't. You know it. You know. It's like, is love truly enough to keep you in a situation? And then the way that you answer that question is going to determine where you are spiritually. Okay? Love itself is not enough to keep you in a situation. Okay? It's a reason that the government wants you to go into business with them when you create a marriage, because they know a successful marriage is not conducive with love alone. It's conducive with building. It's conducive with growth. It's conducive to attainment of assets, of things, of generational wealth building. So these marriages that you get in and these things aren't happening within that marriage, right? It's bound to fail. And the reason that they're failing now is because people are more so going after love in itself in marriage, in reference to generational wealth building, in reference to obtaining these things. People want to be married to say that they're married. So in this situation, there's something holding on to you, or something that you're holding on to just merely because of love. It's not going anywhere. It's no building. It's no attainment. It's no nothing. It's just love. It's time for you to escape that energy. Message for Capricorn. It's time for you to move forward, right? You have to focus on who can you build with. And that's a hard thing to do, because you're like, SG, you're supposed to be here to get closer to love. But see, true love comes with a lot of other things. True love is not just, an emotional situation. It doesn't have, if it doesn't have any other attributes, love alone will not cut it for the long run. You know why your grandparents, they stayed together so long? When you look at them in the end, you say, oh, they love each other, X, Y, and Z, they da-da-da. But guess what? They got a house together. They done had all them dang kids together. They've had plenty of things during their time. Your grandparents, well, when we were growing up, they were set. They were stable. So then you see the love. You can't skip the process. Because the generational wealth building is for you to be able to sit down like your grandparents and just exude love to everyone. But there's a process. There's steps that you have to take to get there. Try going with somebody and say, well, we love each other. And y'all get up and go to work every day, and then you wonder why y'all going for divorce a couple years later, because y'all grew apart, because there was no adventure, there was no building, there was no anything with that. It was just love. Capricorn, you guys are infamous for holding on to situations and staying in situations because you don't want to change, because you don't, like, if it ain't broke, why fix it? You're in that energy. New patterns. Do things differently in order to bring health and vitality into your love life. Some of you guys want something different, but you continue to do the same thing. There's no way that you're going to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result and not think that you are not insane. You have to change things up. You have to move. And if you're dealing with someone that is refusing to change something up, that is refusing to go with the flow of things of, restoring the love, then guess what? You're with the wrong person. Mutual symbolic. This is a beneficial and balanced connection. Both partners have the same feelings, ideas, values, and shared life goals. Who do you have the same shared life goals that you can work with? The Emperor and the Empress. So they walked away from you. You knew it was coming. But someone does not express how they truly feel. But you're not expressing. External party. Karmic contracts, family, finances, and other material concerns or responsibilities are causes of interference and stress. 7 of Cups. Choices. You got to choose between karmic contracts, family, finances. You had finances. You was working on your finances. You got all these things here and you're not choosing yourself. Parasitic symbolic. I'm just saying, and y'all seen me shuffle these cards. You know, I'm SG. You got one person that's very beneficial to your life and beneficial to where it is that you want to be now and in the future. Then you have a parasitic symbolic. One party benefits while the other is depleted. Energy, support, and empathy are not equal. Give and take needs to become balanced. Someone is sucking you dry. They're not giving, you're not building, you're giving, they're not. Again, if you're trying to find things to spice this up, to change something around and make it make sense for you, and they're not, red flag, flag on the flag, deception. Someone is not being honest or is withholding information. Somebody, like I'm feeling like this person is like intentionally dragging you. They're intentionally doing this for something that they know or something that happened, and they're in their head like, shit, F them. You know, whatever the reason is, they like F them. I don't know what happened, but they are intentionally dragging you. And you going to stay for the intentional dragging, or you are going to go towards what serves you. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I shame.